destroyed from within, meaning the Muslims will destroy this Ummah themselves. They can't destroy Islam. Islam is never going to be destroyed. It'll always exist. As far as Islam, it means to submit. It's the state of submission to Allah. So that will always exist. It will be destroyed from within by the Muslims themselves. And that's what's happening. If we look all around us today, we will find that we are destroying the Ummah ourselves. Look at Saudi Arabia. That their money that they have, that oil and everything, if Rasulullah was still here today, that would be a part of the zakat. This is what he left. He left this legacy as far as the land and the wealth and everything. It belongs to Islam. But what is Saudi Arabia doing with all that money? What are they doing with all of that there oil and everything? What they're doing is they're helping the kufr. They're going out, splurging, spreading that money amongst prostitutes. They're allowing the kufr, the West, the ones that want to destroy Islam, to just come into to Saudi Arabia, do what they want, they help support them and everything else. They're sitting up here. There's a hadith that tells us about how the Muslims will be fighting and killing each other. We will be destroying each other. Rasulullah says, stay out of that. Don't get into that. Stay out of that. Don't become a part of self-destruction, destroying one another. We're not supposed to be a part of that stuff. But Saudi Arabia and the United States and the Jews, they're collaborating together to destroy Islam, and they can't destroy Islam, so they're destroying, they're convincing the Muslims to destroy each other. And that's what we're doing. That ISIS and ISIL and all this other stuff, they put a bird. People who join them, they need their heads examined. How are you calling yourself a Muslim and you joining a group of Muslims that's going to kill other Muslims? Well, that's who they're killing. ISIS, ISIL, they're killing Muslims. They might be killing some Christians, civilians and stuff like this here as well. But who told you that they could kill them? Those people ain't doing nothing to nobody. They're not an army. They don't have guns and bombs and blown up Muslims. Why are you killing other Muslims? That's one of the main issues here. Why are we killing other Muslims? They're going out and murdering Muslims and taking them out and executing them and everything. They might be executing some Muslims that's doing gravely wrong. If a Muslim is into prostitution or adultery and they went before an Islamic court and they were sentenced to death, that's another thing. But I haven't seen any court. I haven't seen any. They haven't even established an Islamic state. But the only person I see them killing are Muslims. What about the Jews over there killing all them kids? You got Jews over there in occupied Palestine and murdering women and children and putting people in prison in their own land and took the land away from them. And they're calling it Israel and calling it their own, and they're going to murder the people that they took the land from. Murdering the children and everybody. How many of them did ISIS or ISIL go over there and straighten out or stop from killing people? How many? I mean, I don't see no army of ISIS or ISIL or whatever you call them, going over there and doing anything to them, stopping them from murdering them, their women and children, beating them men to death. They're not over there stopping them, but I see them killing Muslims. I see them killing civilian Christians. For what? What are they doing that for? They call themselves establishing Islam. How are they establishing Islam and they ain't attacking the ones that's attacking us? Now, by the same token, we have to look at the fact that why is Allah allowing these things to happen to Muslims? When we start going off the path of Islam and following the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we start doing things that constitute nifaq, hypocrisy, and doing the things of the Christians and the Jews and all the other kufrs and everything, don't you think Allah is going to send down His wrath on us? We look at the past and we see, Sodom and Gomorrah or the people of Lot and everything, and Allah rained down rhinestone on them and destroy them because they're homosexuals and lesbians and stuff like this. And we say, oh, this is the punishment of Allah for them doing wrong. What about today? You don't think Allah is sending down His punishment on us today? Now, wouldn't your head screwed on backwards or something? We call that there the wrath of Allah, but today we say, oh, well, we don't know what's going on. What's the matter with you? Something obviously is wrong with you when you can't see that Allah is punishing those Muslims who have, if you went over there, you would have seen that those Muslims over there, a lot of them, a great many of them, were copying the ways of America, the way they dressed. They weren't making salat like they supposed to. They were over there drinking and partying, and a woman walking around all half naked. Rasulullah said one of the signs of the last hour is that the woman will be naked even though they have clothes on, even though they're dressed. And that's what's happening today. The women are walking around naked even though they're dressed. Mini skirts, tight clothes, you can tell everything that the woman has, her boobs hanging all out. And that's what they were doing over there. They wasn't wearing no hijabs and stuff like that, but they were calling themselves Muslim. They weren't covering themselves, but they was calling themselves Muslim. Here it is that Allah is maybe punishing those people for the way they was living, and you say, oh, it's so sad. Oh. I mean, like, if Allah gets up here and says, you're doing wrong and I'm going to punish you, who are you to get up here and shed tears for them? True, we're supposed to get up here and make sure that things don't happen that is devastating or harmful to our fellow Muslim brothers and sisters. But at the same time, we have to open our eyes. Open your eyes and look at why these things are happening. Why Allah is doing this here. Is Allah doing this here to punish them? Or is He doing this here to show us that we are not going to go over there and help them? And when you do go over there and help them, are you going to straighten them out? If you go over to any of the Arab countries, especially if you're black, and you say, Assalamu alaikum, they'll look at you like you're some kind of dog. They do it right here in America. I live in the middle of a Muslim community. There's hundreds of Muslims around here. 90% of them is Bengali. I walk down the street and I say, Assalamu alaikum. They look at me. They turn their heads up to me. There's only a few of them that'll take the time to stop and say, Assalamu alaikum or wa alaikum salam too. And then when it comes time for Halloween or one of them other Christian thingamajig holidays, the Muslims are out there dressed up like them. They got their kids dressed up like witches and gurus and whatever you call them things. And running up and down the street with the mothers running up and down the street with all their kids all dressed up like witches and clowns, talking about trick or treat. These are Muslims. Then you wonder why Allah comes down on us. What are we doing? You have Muslims out here who are running around with boyfriends and girlfriends, getting pregnant, getting other Muslims and non-Muslims pregnant. And then you wonder why they're in jail because they done killed some other guy or some other girl. People call me night and day. Oh, Abdul Mateen, my son or my daughter's in jail and I need your help. What can I do? What should I do about it? I said, why are they in jail? Oh, my son killed this here guy, or my daughter killed this here girl, but she's a good Muslimah. He's a good Muslim. Why they killed a guy or a girl? Oh, because the guy was messing with his girlfriend. What? Girlfriend? Oh, the girl was messing with her boyfriend. Boyfriend? Girlfriend and boyfriend? Ain't no such thing as girlfriend and boyfriend in Islam. I mean, don't you mean their husband or their wife? No. It's okay. It's okay. They're going to get married one day. They're going to get married one day. Their boyfriend and girlfriend, and they're going to get married one day. You have Muslims, and you can't tell that they're Muslim. I went out here a couple of weeks ago and went a block down because I heard all this noise, and the Muslims they was selling clothes, they set up these tents and everything else like this here, and they had this stage fixed up over here. It's right around the corner from this mosque here. And next thing I know, I heard his sister get up on the stage and she and all this. I couldn't understand the language. It's up here singing. I mean, like, and then they wear these clothes where you can see all of their jewels. I mean, like, what's going on with this? And then we wonder why Allah is coming down on us. Allah says, we will destroy this ummah ourselves from within. And that's what we're doing. We're destroying this ummah